All right, so we should be recording now. I will repeat that again. This will be live on the ECU YouTube channel after this. If you want to go back and watch it again, it will be closed captioned in accordance with the Office of Disability Services. If you need any further assistance with it, please contact the Office of Disability Services. To get started, we have 16 teams here at ECU. They are football, soccer, volleyball, men's, women's cross country, men's, women's basketball, men's, women's track and field, baseball, softball, lacrosse, golf, and men's, women's golf. Additionally, underneath our umbrella is cheerleading and dance. So they both also report to us in athletics. I will mention at this point, club sports does not report to us in athletics. If you have any questions about club sports, I'm sure they are doing a presentation as well, but contact Hannah Roberts and her staff in club sports. They'll be more than happy to assist you with anything you need in terms of club sports. We compete in the American Athletic Conference. The American has 11 other members. They are Cincinnati, UCF, USF, Temple, Wichita State, Tulane, Memphis, SMU, Houston, Tulsa, and Navy. The American is a really great conference for us. Anybody who's kind of familiar with ECU or may have been around for a few years knows we used to be in Conference USA. However, we moved up about 5 or 6 years ago to the American, which has really helped us. You can see some teams on there. Schools like Cincinnati, UCF, Navy have been really powerful schools in football. A lot of really good basketball schools in this conference as well. So we're really excited to be a part of the American. It's really helped us grow competitively, but it also really assists us in getting our brand out there with all those different markets that the ECU brand normally does not get to. Next, I'm going to kind of go through our brand and our logos and things like that. So the top logo you see there, that is our primary logo. You'll see that all over the place. Uniforms, apparel, mark materials, basically anything that we put out is likely going to have that ECU logo on it somewhere. Below that to the left, we have the new ECU lettermark. As the university a couple years ago started to transition more into ECU, we did in athletics as well. So that's where we introduced the new lettermark. Finally, on the bottom right, we have the Pirate State of Mind logo. The Pirate State of Mind logo is a secondary logo, so we don't use it a lot on like uniforms or anything like that. But the main place that you will see it at is midfield at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. It's actually the number 2 midfield logo in all of college football a couple years ago. So it's a very unique logo that we're really proud of here at ECU. Additionally, last August, we introduced what we are calling our College Vault Series. So any alums out there who are from the 70s or been around ECU for a little while, they may recognize these logos. They were all active in the 70s, and we actually have brought them back. So they are available on apparel and stickers and all sorts of stuff like that. So you can go around town, buy any of that College Vault stuff. We are an Adidas school here at ECU, so we are in year 4 with Adidas. It's been a really great partnership. They provide us a lot of different things. They really support us. They provide us actually with a brand pattern, which you kind of see on the sides of these screens, that is unique just to ECU. So we're really happy with our partnership with Adidas. To finish off the branding portion, this is sort of the time when we normally do these in person. All the parents, they'll pull out their phones, they'll take pictures of the screen, but now you just have to screen grab or write it down. If you go to our official site, shop.ecupirates.com, and you put in the promo code PAINTITPURPLE at checkout, you'll get 10% off all summer. So I think it goes through the end of August. So head over there now. You can get your College Vault stuff, brand pattern, any of that stuff. All you got to do is put in code PAINTITPURPLE at checkout. Next, I'm going to kind of highlight some things that have been going on noteworthy in our athletic department over the past year. First, just last week, one of our baseball players, Alec Burleson, was drafted in the 2nd round, 70th overall by the St. Louis Cardinals. It's a huge honor for Alec. Alec was a All-American in his time here. He played multiple positions. He pitched and played in the field. Was an academic All-American. Was really just a great representation of ECU. So we're really happy for Alec that he got the opportunity to be drafted that highly and to start his professional career. Back in the winter, Jaden Gardner of our men's basketball team was named second team all-conference. As you see there, he averaged almost 20 points and over 9 rebounds a game. He's one of the best sophomores in the country. Jaden is back. He's a part of a very retooled men's basketball program, but he is a superstar and is definitely worth the price of admission to go watch him play come the winter. Next, kind of highlighting our football program. Just last week, there was 8 preseason all-conference players named. They are Jaquan McMillan and Tank Robinson, 2 of our defensive backs. Deontay Smith, who's an offensive lineman. Holt Naylor's our starting quarterback, who's actually a Greenville native and actually played high school football with the next guy, C.J. Johnson, who's a wide receiver. Tyler Snead as well. Xavier Smith, and then Jake Verity, who is our kicker. So great honor for all those guys to be named to the all-conference team before the season. Oops. And then finally, on the football front, Kendall Futrell, one of our players last year, was actually signed by the Cincinnati Bengals. So he will be reporting to training camp here in a couple months when they get started. So really excited for Kendall and hope that he has a great professional career. Next, we'd like to highlight some of our women's basketball team. First, we had Tanaya Thompson, who was named to the all-conference freshman team. She came in here, was a really big contributor to our basketball program. She, along with LaShonda Monk, who was named the American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year. She's actually the first non-UConn player to ever win that award in this conference. So she was a tremendous defensive player. She actually set the single season steals record last year. She had 124 throughout the year. So very excited to have both those players back as part of our women's basketball program. Talking about in the fall, we had Melanie Stiles and Kim Stanford. They're both second team all-conference players for soccer. And then Bree Wood, one of our volleyball players, was also named to the second team all-conference list there as well. Next, I'm going to go through our facilities. So all of our facilities are sort of located in the same spot over off of Charles Boulevard. They are within walking distance if you are living on College Hill. But additionally, there are buses that run over there. For everything not football, there's free parking in Lower Minges. So you have the opportunity to get over there. So definitely recommend figuring your way out over there. On the top, that is Clark Clare Stadium. That is home of our baseball team. Baseball is a huge deal here at ECU. We've actually averaged the highest attendance of any school in the state of North Carolina for 20 straight seasons. So definitely recommend when the spring comes around to go and check out a game at Clark LeClaire. On the bottom, we have Johnson Stadium, which is the home of our soccer and women's lacrosse programs. On the top, that is Minges Coliseum, our men's women's basketball team, and our volleyball program. Additionally, there are some academic spaces over in Minges. So that is a shared space between the academic and athletic side. So you may be able to go to a game one day and you actually might have class in there the next. On the bottom left, that is Bate Foundation Track and Field Stadium, home of our track and field team. And on the bottom right, that is the Max R. Joyner Family Stadium. That is the home of our softball team. It's actually named after Max R. Joyner family last week. So that's a very cool thing. Very excited to have a new name to our ECU softball stadium. And finally, we have Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, home of our football program. Dowdy-Ficklin is one of the best college football stadiums in the country. When we have the people in there, it's as good of an environment as anybody. For students to recognize, the area on the far right, kind of in the end of the horseshoe, that is the boneyard. That is where our student seating is at for football games. So you can kind of see that there. With that, I'm going to pass it over to John Rouse. He's going to kind of go through quickly the Pirate Club and Student Pirate Club.
Yes. Thanks, Dustin. So my name is John Rouse. I'm Assistant Director of Development over here with our Pirate Club team, and a lot of good things happening over here for ECU. Last week, we surpassed over 10,000 season tickets, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but due to the state of the economy and everything that's been going on, that was the new goal that we set. And so we're really excited that we surpassed that. And we're actually headed upwards, and very, very excited to have fans in the stands this fall in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and students as well. And so what our Pirate Club is, it's the fundraising and fundraising arm of ECU Athletics. So, the dollars we raise, go towards paying our student athlete scholarship bill that we get, as well as the great things that you see, the Maxar Joyner family stadium, that's attributed to our Pirate Club staff and also the Joyner family, getting those funds in to have the naming rights, but also investing in ECU Athletics. And, the Pirate Club is just so important to what we do. Whatever your investment is, whether it's $100, $200, that investment strictly goes to helping our athletic department, our student athletes, and just allowing our athletic department to grow. And, another thing that, plays a that is actually our student Pirate Club. And I know everyone here is looking forward to being in Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium this fall. And, we're happy to have you. And, one of the really, really cool things that we're doing with our students is, you can join the Student Pirate Club. It's a $50 donation. And what that does is that gets you access into the Boneyard, which is our student section. Very crazy, very fun, very exciting place to watch a football game right there as our Horseshoe Stadium. You're right there in the end zone. And, being a student here, Casey and I both spent many times in the Boneyard being a student. And as we can attest, there's really nothing like it. And so with a $50 membership, you get to come to all the games. You get a guaranteed ticket in the Boneyard. We actually email you the tickets, so that way you don't have to worry about waiting in line. If it's a sold out game, you can go ahead and get your ticket. You can purchase guest tickets. So when your friends from that school in Chapel Hill or Raleigh, they want to come to Greenville for a football game because there's nothing like it here in Greenville. You can purchase guest tickets. You can also get parking passes and such. And, so we're really excited. And, one really cool thing that we're doing this year that we haven't done in the past is, being a Student Pirate Club member, we're going to give you a membership card. And this membership card, you can show it around places in Greenville. What are businesses that are going to be, playing a part of this? It's to be determined. We're still working all that out, but we'll release it soon. But these businesses, you'll show this card and get discounts or whatever specials that they're offering, and that's just for our Student Pirate Club members. So it's just a great benefit. I mean, you think about it. Not only are you getting access to football games or getting priority access to men's basketball games, but you can go around town and support these local businesses, especially as we are all aware of the state of our economy. So businesses that support us, you're going to be able to support them as well. So you're really excited, and just being a part of the Student Pirate Club helps your ranking, helps the priority points that you build up. So that way, when you graduate from ECU in the next maybe 4, maybe 5 years, we'll see how it goes. Happy to have you here as long as you can. But afterwards, you join the Young Grad program and then be a Pirate Club member and, gain all those benefits of just investing back into ECU, but just through athletics and, being a season ticket holder and such. So, excited. If there's anything we can do to help you, ECUPirateclub.com, ECUathletics.com, all of our information is there, and we are definitely happy to help however it may be.
I'm going to quickly kind of wrap up here a little bit on student tickets. So as John mentioned earlier, when students, if you're a part of the Student Pirate Club, that screen that you see right there, that's exactly what you're going to get. You'll be able to take that ticket with your one card to the game. They'll scan it and they'll get you right in. So very easy process if you're a part of the Student Pirate Club. If you do have want to see more information about student tickets, things like that, visit ecupirates.com/students. Just a quick note, general tickets for parents out there, football season tickets start as low as $99. So you can get those today. As John mentioned, we're over 10,000, so we're really trending in the right direction. And, with capacity issues we may have, those are kind of going quick. So definitely recommend if you're interested in getting season tickets this year, either call 800-ECU or go to ecupirates.com. Final thing on student tickets, I'll say, all ECU students receive free admission to all athletic events with their one card. So if you want to go to a basketball game, all you need is your one card. You never have to buy a ticket for an ECU athletic event. The only thing I will mention, if we host NCAA regional like we have for baseball the last couple of years, that is actually an NCAA event, so students may have to purchase tickets for those. But otherwise, you always get free admission to our athletic events. So All you need is that one card. And for football is the only one that you'd have to pre-claim that for, but you never have to buy a ticket to go to an ECU game here as a student. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Casey. He's going to kind of wrap everything up here.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to ECU to start off. I attended ECU for 5 years. I took an extra year, and this is a very exciting time. So I'm very jealous of everybody who gets to do their college all over or for the first time. So I'm just going to jump into our four main coaches. Our first coach on the far left is Coach Mike Houston. He just came over from the Citadel this past season. In his first year, he did fairly well to turn the football program around, and hopefully we'll keep building on that going into his second season this year. Next to him is Coach Kim McNeil, head coach of the women's basketball team. Last year is also her first season at ECU. Kind of a rocky season, but the team showed a lot of great flashes. Her assistant coach is actually her husband, Corey McNeil. She has a family-oriented program, and like Justin mentioned earlier in the presentation, we have one of the top defenses in the nation. So it's a very fun team to watch, so make sure you come out and see some women's basketball games. Next to her is Coach Cliff Godwin. He's our head coach of our baseball team. I believe he's going on his 6th season as head coach. He also played for ECU. Our baseball program has had a ton of success over the past couple of years. We've hosted 2 regionals recently. We've made 2 super regional appearances. We've won a conference regular season title and won 2 AAC conference tournaments. So a lot of success around the ECU baseball program. And then finally, we have Coach Joe Dooley. He's our head coach of our men's basketball team. I believe he's going into his 3rd season this year, and he's doing a great job turning our basketball program into something that we're all very proud of. And if you see any of these coaches around campus, make sure you say hi. They're very friendly, and just talk ECU with them because they're great people. Next, we have Petey the Pirate. Petey is our mascot for ECU. He's been our mascot since 1983. We actually selected Petey through a Pitt County Elementary School contest, selected his name through that, and he's named after the Petey River in eastern North Carolina. Next, we're going to show a fun commercial that ESPN did that Petey was featured in.
Okay, so everybody's going to have their new security card in their mailbox on Friday. As you look at our chart here, that key gets you into every... Locks. Fun to the locks. So if you remember my chart, there's a pie chart. Wedge of that is Saturday and Sunday.
So I was just Petey doing Petey things. Next, we have the Boneyard. This, like John mentioned, is our student section. John and I have spent many Saturdays in the student section cheering on the Pirates. It's hard to describe. It's just a very special place to be when you have 15,000 students around you screaming, cheering on the Pirates in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. So once you join the Student Pirate Club, that is where you'll be sitting. So I'm going to go over some of the traditions that we have at ECU. First, I'm going to go over the Pirate Walk. So the Pirate Walk is the walk that the football team takes before every football game, 2.5 hours prior to kickoff. So basically how it goes is they get dropped off right outside the new Town Bank Tower, and they're led down the promenade by the ECU marching band and the ECU cheerleaders, and all the tailgaters around it in the big tailgating lot all surround it and make kind of like a tunnel, and they all cheer on the Pirates as they walk into the locker room and get ready for the game. It's a very special thing to see. It's awesome to see all the dedicated Pirate fans support the football players. And after walking it a couple times myself, I just get goosebumps talking about it. So make sure you check that out as a student 2.5 hours before a game. This is our fight song. We're going to let it play through. But anytime we score a touchdown, we play the fight song, and we play it at a ton of other events. So next we have Purple Haze. This is how the football team enters. As you can hear, Purple Haze will come. We'll drop some purple smoke, and then out comes Steve the Pirate to strike fear into the enemies. And then followed behind Steve the Pirate will be the football team and Mike Houston starting the field and ready to play. And next, we one of our traditions. I'll just let the video play first. So that is Living on a Prayer. We play that during every football game. We cut the music, and the stadium just takes it from there. And then just imagine 50,000 people screaming, singing "Living on a Prayer." It's very special.
All right, pirates, without the cannons and ready to blaze. There be trespassers in our waters, and it's time to pay the pirate. Lower the colors and hoist the flag. These prisoners show no mercy and give them no quarter.
So that was the no quarter video. We play that going into the fourth quarter at football games. That just means as Pirates, we're not going to surrender, we're not going to retreat, and we're going to fight to the end no matter what happens. We play that at most of our sporting events towards the end of the game to try and give an extra boost to the fans to support the team and the players. So that was our alma mater. We play that after our games, specifically football, win or lose. The players will stay out there. They'll all huddle up, sway together on the beat, and it's a very special thing to see. So make sure you stick around at the end of sporting events all the way through and sing the alma mater along with the team on the field or court. So now this will take us into our home football schedule. Just a note, things might change due to the COVID-19 that's been going on right now, so things are up to changes. But to start the year off, we will be playing Marshall August 29th. This is actually the 50th anniversary of the Marshall plane crash after playing ECU. So during this game, we will have a bunch of special elements to honor that, and it'll be an awesome event, so make sure you come out to that first football game. Our next home game is against Norfolk State, and this is family weekend. So parents, make sure you get your football tickets, come out. I mean, this could be your first chance to see the Pirates with your son or daughter. After that, we play UCF September 24th. And then for our homecoming game, we will be playing Navy October 17th. Some events that surround homecoming weekend are the homecoming parade in the morning of the game and homecoming court. If you're part of any organizations, you have the opportunity to be elected to homecoming court and then possibly be elected homecoming king and queen. So, after that, November 7th against Tulane, we have our military appreciation game, one of my favorite games every year. This is a great opportunity we have to honor all the servicemen and women in the country. This past season, we were lucky enough to get the Golden Knights to parachute onto the field with a game ball. So that was an awesome thing to see. Hopefully we can do something similar to that this year. And this is just another great opportunity to support all the military bases around North Carolina and Eastern North Carolina. And then to end the year, we have SMU November 28th for Senior Day. Pre-game, we honor all of our seniors. So pretty self-explanatory, but make sure you come out and support the team.
All right, I will wrap things up here. If you have any general questions or information that you need, you can call our general athletics line. That number is 252-737-4500. For all this information we just went over and a lot more, go to our website, ecupirates.com. If you have any Pirate Club questions or student Pirate Club questions, you can call the Pirate Club line. Their number is 252-737-4540 or their website, ecupirateclub.com. If you're looking for student Pirate Club specific information or to sign up for the student Pirate Club when that becomes active, that is studentpirateclub.com. On the bottom here, I have included all three of our contact informations. I want to let you guys know if you ever have any questions, after today and you need to contact somebody, feel free to reach out to any one of us. We'll be more than happy to either answer your question for you or point you in the right direction to get your question answered. I know as freshmen and coming onto campus, you may have a lot of questions and sometimes you don't know who to reach out to. If it is anything athletics related, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or Casey or John. Casey and John both went to ECU, so they understand what it's like to come to ECU as a freshman. So we're all here to help you guys, and we really can't wait to see you guys at all of our sporting events. If anybody sent questions in the chat, I believe we have some questions over there. Haley Miller asked, do you have any information about tryouts? So all the tryouts go through the teams themselves. If you're referring to cheer and dance, they will be coming in August. They're working through all logistics and getting facilities and things like that. Obviously, all this coronavirus stuff has really made it difficult for them. So they are working on all that. But if you're looking to try out for a team specifically, you can go to our website. The staff director is on there and reach out to one of the coaches. They'll be more than happy to assist you if they are having tryouts. The next question is, I've tried to sign up for the Student Pirate Club. When will that be available for freshmen? John may be able to give a better answer than I can on that one.
Yeah, certainly. So I'm sure you all are aware there's a lot of moving parts going with the university. And so unfortunately, we've had some errors as we've tried to set that up, just as we try to gather all the information about, students that will be on campus to, make sure you're eligible to join and stuff, because you must be a full-time student. Distance education students aren't eligible, at least currently, for the Student Pirate Club, just based off of the student fees and such. And so we're still working on that, but I am working with the ticket office right now, and we should have all that information out soon. So rest assured, for everyone that is interested in joining the Student Pirate Club, we will notify you. So you can always check out our social media platforms. That is one of the best ways that we are able to share out information, or you can always check your student email address. Side note for everyone, I would recommend getting your student email address on your cell phone. If you have a smartphone, I think we all pretty much do for the most part, just because as a former student myself, That is where you get all the information to your game tickets. You'll get that. And then obviously, I guess you'll need some emails from your professors and students and such, but would recommend that. But again, rest assured, we'll make sure you guys are all aware when you can join the Student Pirate Club.
Carrington asks, are there themes for football games? And if so, how do we know about them? So there will be themes. I know Casey kind of touched on a few of them with like Parents Weekend and Homecoming and Military Appreciation, things like that. But for the color game specifically, we're still working on those, figuring out when is the best time to do those. And as soon as we have that information, we will put it out. As John just mentioned, social media is honestly the best way to keep up with us. Follow us on social media, ECU Athletics. That's for like our main athletics information. But if you're interested in any of the sports specifically, they all have their own social media platforms as well. So following us on social media is honestly the best way to keep up on any of this information. Things like the theme games, when we set those, we will definitely share those on social media. Are there any other questions? No? Thank you guys again for your time. I do want to mention again, this presentation was recorded. It will be archived and available on the ECU YouTube channel in a few days. Give us some time just to get the video captioned and uploaded. And in order to make sure that we are following accessibility guidelines, the archived recorded sessions will be closed captioned. If further accommodations are required, please contact the Office of Disability Services. I would like to, on behalf of all three of us, thank you guys again for your time, for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Go Pirates.